Good evening, Peter. It is Sunday the 19th of December, and this is terrible lighting. As you may be able to tell, I'm back in Emerald for the Christmas holidays, and I don't have my lighting tree with me. By lighting tree, I mean my floor-standing bedside lamp, which has two lights on it, thus tree. Big news first. Mum and Dad have bought a place in Brisbane which I will be moving into sometime early next year, and I really like it. It's a 3-bedroom townhouse unity thing. It's in a complex of similar buildings, and it's got a pool, a shared pool, and air conditioning and fans and 2 levels and a garage and all kinds of lovely things. We almost didn't get it due to some last-minute buyers who were willing to go to a higher price, but eventually they settled on us as the buyers because it was easier. In your last video, you challenged me to challenge you to challenge us to a challenge week. No, wait. Your last video, you challenged me to challenge us to a challenge week. Now, I've got to be honest, I'm getting sick of these challenges to challenge. It's just lazy challenging. I mean, it's the kind of challenge you give when you don't have a challenge yourself, but you want there to be a challenge. And so my challenge is going to be, I challenge you to come up with a better challenge for Challenge Week. And now, on with the Friday Roundup. Last couple of weeks I've watched a lot of Clint Eastwood films. I've watched Dirty Harry, I've watched Sudden Impact, I've watched The Enforcer, I've watched Magnum Force, and I've watched Gran Torino. All of which were quite good films. The Dirty Harry films set the standard for cop films back in the 70s. They were massive, and it created all these things that are now considered stereotypes of the police film genre. Like them running around doing challenges for the killer, otherwise the killer's going to kill people. And the lone cop, who doesn't need a partner. And there's just sexism and misogynism and racism, and it's great. Not that sexism, racism and misogynism are great as such, it's just fun to see it in a film. And Gran Torino was also very good, but very different. Clint Eastwood plays a much older character who's grumpy and who can't do a lot of things for himself anymore, and he's going deaf and he hates people of other races. But it's also very sweet, and it's got a very nice ending, and I think you should really watch it. I also watched Hostel, which can't be described as anything other than torture porn. I mean, it's a pretty good movie, it's got a bit of a storyline, and it does make you like the characters before it starts killing them. So that was interesting. I also read On Stranger Tides by Tim Powers. It's a really good book. It mixes together pirates and voodoo in a way that Pirates of the Caribbean can only attempt to do. It also serves as the basis for the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie. So if you haven't read any of Tim Powers' books, I recommend you do so, because they are great. I recommend On Stranger Tides, Last Call, and The Anubis Gates to start you off, and then move on from there. My Daft Bodies video is up. You can find that here. I wasn't sure whether to make it a private video or not because it is rather embarrassing, but I figure that's the nature of the punishment, so it's not private. And Peter, I look forward to seeing you starting off our challenge week tomorrow.